Here we have a sketch the solution to each system of inequalities. A little bit different than linear equations. This is inequalities. But you can still follow the model, right? Just that in this case, you have an inequality. Okay. So same thing. If I look at these carefully, this guy is in the wrong place. It should be right there. Okay, so you end up with negative y greater than or equal to negative 2x plus 2. And in this case, since my y has a negative, again I'm going to do the cambio el mundo, but everything changes, even the inequality switches. Okay, this changes to 2x, changes to negative 2. Okay, in other words, we multiply everything times negative 1, and all the signs change, even the inequality. So that one's this one here. Again, this is my starting point, right? So I do get to start down here at the negative 2. And this has a equal to sign, so that means that it's a solid line. And my Pac-Man thing is actually facing the right, right? So I'm making it into a Pac-Man. So that means that my y is going to be less, because Pac-Man always wanted more. So if it's going to be less, then you're going to shade down. Okay, and then my slope here is 2. So make it 2 over 1. So that means change of y is positive, we go up. Change of x is positive, we go to the right. So from here, you're going to go 2 up and 1 to the right. Since it is solid, I'm going to just close the circles. And I can make a solid line now. On the other one, again, if I follow my model, I can see it has the inequality facing that way. I have a negative 2 over here, and negative 2y and x. So on this one, okay, so I can see here that the x belongs over here. That's pretty much the only one I gotta move, right? So you get negative x minus 2. And then my y has a negative, so I'm going to do the cambio el mundo. So that means everything changes, even the inequality. Basically, you multiply both sides by negative 1. And then you can leave the y by itself by dividing by 2. So you end up with y is greater than or equal to 1/2 x plus 1. So this is my starting point of my y-intercept. I do have a solid line, so I'm going to circle my, completely darken my circle. My slope happens to be 1 over 2, so change of y is a 1, and it's positive, so it goes up. Change of x is a 2, so it's positive, it goes to the right. So here I'm going to go 1 up and 2 to the right. Continue the pattern, and you can see it going here like this. Now, this blue one here is supposed to be solid line, right? Because it has 0 equal to. But then the Pac-Man is facing the y, so that makes the y greater, right? So I'm going to shade up. So what I'm going to do here, you can see that the red one is shaded down, so you're going to shade all this. The blue one is shaded up, so you're going to shade all that, right? I'm going to do a little bit different. I'm going to number the regions here so that I don't mess up my graph in case it's a multiple choice and they're asking me, hey, which one of these points is the solution, you can still see it. Okay, maybe a highlighter or something. And the red one, I'm shading down, correct? So that means shading down, I'm shading region 4 and region 1. The blue one, I'm shading up, so I'm shading region 2 and region 1. So from each one of these, the one is the same with region 1. So therefore this is my solution. So any point that would be on the line since they're solid, or any point that is right here, this region is the solution.